Just the Facts is a program created to meet the educational and informational needs of youth ages 10 through 16. Oh, I gotta go! I'm working on the show!
It's time to do some serious breakthrough stuff. Rod Hembree here along with show number 63, Just the Facts. I'm glad you decided to join us. Captain DJ is here. That's right, Captain DJ. How's it going, man? Got to adjust my little ear thing because I can't hear him counting. Okay, we got some great features happening your way. In fact, we got Wolfman. He's here with some musical recommendations. By the way, Wolfman's cousin is right down here. The Lizard Guys. Check it out. Also, we got Resolution Group is coming by with Delvin Reed, and they're talking about how do you know the difference between right and wrong. We also got Odie with some topics. Odie!
Rod! Hey, Rod, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, man, we got I Want Control, man. I Want Control. We also have the power of being right. And instant power. What is instant power?
And it's instant power is the ability to clean up what you messed up. It's true. Throw me the world, Captain DJ. The Facts and Fake Challenges on the scene. Facts and Fake Challenge. Check it out. If there is right and wrong, then how come the laws change? I want to know why. Hey, guess what? Here's Going Critical. Check this out. Wolfman, talk to us about music.
Dissolve the glue and roll it.
Hey, stand by for today's show. Today we're featuring Switchfoot, baby.
Live from the studios in the deep, dark basements of urban North America, it's that all-time video hairball. Descendants of the Slingons, Wolfman Track, playing the latest and the greatest multimedia tracks in the known universe. Now here he is. Hit it, Wolfman.
Hey, welcome to today's show. Hey, I got a little grooming work done, and you can tell. Hey, but watch this. This is Switchfoot at Chem 6A.
Nothing but a chemical in my head. Nothing but laziness. 'Cause I don't want to read the book. I'll watch the movie.
Oh, hey, that track rocks, but check out this track. It's called Might Have Been Her. Hey, baby.
Everything I know tells me she's everything I could afford. Everything I know tells me I can't let her walk away. I took my time to find the words. I hope she feels the same. 'Cause I want someone to share my smile, share the pain.
Hey, that's all the time we have for today's show. Hey, but remember, if you get a chance, check out Switchfoot and the Legend of Chin. See you next time.
Get psyched, man. Get psyched, man. What's your direction? Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. What's wrong?
The Facts and Fake Challenge. If there is right and wrong, then how come the laws change? Shot number one, because right and wrong changes. I don't know about that. Real deal later. Captain DJ, man. Take it easy, Captain DJ. Man, you know, everybody wants control. It's true. Well, I know one guy who's lost control. That guy is Rod Knows All. Yes, it's true. Rod Knows All. Here he is. He lost control. Captain DJ, where'd you go, man? Take it easy, buddy. Where'd you go? Frogs growing extra toes. Is it a public health disaster? Details next on News with an Attitude.
This old-time radio program was originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity.
And so tonight it gives me great pleasure to make way for a man who knows what he's talking about.
This is News with an Attitude, brought to you by the real news from your local communities and civilizations. Reptile Revolution. Seen any frogs lately? Well, on the upturn are disturbing reports that certain reptiles are growing extra toes.
And the headlines scream the story of the reckless skin divers who captured the monster.
Forensic scientists don't know if this condition is dangerous to man, but they confirm unnatural intrusion into the ecosystem by man is to blame.
But the headlines do not record the story of a little boy who had a curious sympathy and understanding for the fantastic creature.
Talk a lot. This just in from the Academy of Sciences. New research has now demonstrated that talk and thought are directly related.
Professor, there's a big lizard back there and he's heading this way. Now get aboard!
According to the brilliant science community, the higher quality your thought, the higher quality your talk. Eh?
Did a headache spoil the day for you? Are you still feeling a little miserable and upset?
Mr. McDonald, do you ever do the dishes for your wife? I should say not.
Yo-ho, brushless or leather, boys, whichever you've the notion. 50 cents for shaving cream, $1 for the lotion.
Here we go.
Toy world coming your way. Well, let's take a look at a different world, and that world is a real world in the Data Master, and it's on the screen. The data says this. Check it out. Okay, here's the deal. God has sent a message to the proud people of planet Earth. It's true. He says, you know what? Your pride and your power and your technology and your man-made systems of self-support, it's deceiving you. Don't you get it? Though you set yourself among the stars, NASA, and I will bring you down. And there's a reason I'll bring you down. Do you know what it is? Guess what? Mainly because of the way you treated the weak when you were stronger. And you had the advantage. That's Obadiah, Rod's summarized version. Now that happens to be a prophet. The prophet Obadiah, as a matter of fact. And he was talking to the Edomites. This comes from the Data Master, which brings me to the first data fact on the screen. And it says this. Check it out. Self-made pride is a total lie. Real power comes from a humble cry. Power always breeds arrogance. And you know what the problem with that is? Why does power always breed arrogance? Because power gives you control, and when you have control, you think you can control. Wait a minute, that's really not the way it should work, is it? Which brings me to the second fact, which is on the screen, and it says this. A sure thing in this world is you need a friend. Don't cut anyone out or you'll lose in the end. Do you know how many times we make fun of people who could really be our friends? Maybe they're not good enough for us. That's a mistake, because we need all the friends we can get in this world. We also need the voice of reason. The voice of reason. The voice of reason. Many people want control, so they squash everyone and sell their soul. But the best in life is when you avoid that strife. You see, the point is this. A lot of us want control, and we're willing to do just about anything to do it. But that's really not the right way to do it, is it? I don't think so, because you're going to need all the friends you can get in this world. Control's not so important as being right. Now, we're going to be talking about that in the next segment. In fact, speaking of the next segment, Odie, what do we got coming?
Hey, Rod, next we got the power of being right.
Go bumper and go.
Hi, I'm Delvin, and this time on Resolution, how do you know the difference between right and wrong? I don't know. Resolution. How do you know the difference between what's right and what's wrong? They're aligned. Is there a difference?
Well, I think everyone has a certain, what they call conscience, right? That inside your heart, you know deep down that it's right or wrong because of how you feel.
Just because you go do it, and you do it, and you do it, and then you start saying, well, you know, I don't really feel that bad about it anymore, it doesn't mean it's no longer wrong. It just means you're dulling your senses to it, that's all.
I guess it's the same way when you that little inner voice that tells you, no, that's wrong, don't do that, that's bad. If we keep ignoring that, eventually it's just going to go away, and we're not going to be able to hear it.
Right.
Or it never goes away, but we just
cover it up. We cover it up with all the other stuff. Oh, you know, I don't hear anymore. You know, I've done it now, so I don't need to listen for it. I'm not listening for that voice when I come to make that decision.
So what do we do to get that voice back? I mean, the voice is gone. You no longer have that little internal decision control which tells you what's right and wrong. How do you get it back?
And when you start focusing back onto God, then you'll start to get that voice will come back. You'll start to realize, okay, what I'm doing is wrong. You'll feel that conviction again. He'll give you that, you know, that will come back to you.
I believe the Word of God to be absolute truth. And with that, I base everything that I do, all the decisions that I make.
The Facts and Fate Challenge. If there is right and wrong, then how come the laws change? Shot number 1 is because wrong changes. And right changes. Shot number 2 is because the law, well, we're all above the law, and there's right and wrong. And I don't know, it seems like one big confusing mess to me, doesn't it? It's true. Let me tell you something. Resolution kind of hit on this. The power of being right. It's true. Now, the power of being right asks one question. Is there true absolutes? File 7 helps us explore.
Mysteries of the past lead us to the purpose for the future. Answers for the present. UFOs explained. Ancient aliens revealed. Time has a beginning. Time has an end. File 7. Declassified. Is there such a thing as absolute truth? What determines it? How does it affect morality? Can it determine right and wrong? A recent educational survey. More than 75% of students in the United States admit to a form of cheating. If cultural norms are influenced by current trends, is cheating acceptable? What's okay for me may not be okay for you. Are morals merely a matter of personal opinion? Guilt feelings associated with doing something wrong deter actions. But why do we feel guilty? Is there something else motivating our response? Is there an ultimate standard against which to measure our actions? Words of an ancient prophet to future generations. As you have done, so shall it be done unto you. What you do will be done to you in the end. The Book of Obadiah. Is morality conditional, or is there absolute good? The truth is in there.
The problem is if you don't believe in any absolutes, you're actually going to end up choking yourself to death. That's true, because you can't breathe the truth. Well, here's some truth on the screen. It's the data, and it says this. This is what God said to the Edomites, the powerful over Jerusalem. When the weak fell and were slaughtered, you took advantage of their weakness, and you took from them. You mocked from them. Now, when they were weak, you took shots at them because they were easy targets. You ever felt like an easy target? I have. You used their weak condition to make yourself strong. It's true. That's what they did. You did that to be more popular, too. Well, guess what? Because you did this, you're coming down, man. You're coming down. And what you've done to the weak will, in fact, be done to you. That's Obadiah from the Data Master. Absolutely a fancy name for the Bible, but it's truth. It's absolute truth, and it brings us to our first fact, which is on the screen, and says this. Check it out. Everyone wants control, and many are willing to be wrong to get it. Are you willing to be wrong just so you can have control over your circumstances, your situations? Now think about that really, really hard, because I'm not sure you're willing. Well, let's take a look at the second fact that's on the screen, and it says this. Check it out. You can still win even if you lose. Don't live to control your circumstances. Live for being right to increase your chances. See, that's the problem. A lot of people want to live to control their circumstances rather than be right. But what is the difference between being wrong and right? Well, the power of being right is above your circumstances. We'll get to that in the voice of reason, but I think Dwayne's challenging me on this. Dwayne's perception of reality. Dwayne, where'd you go, man? Dwayne?
Hey, Rod, how you doing? How you doing? Well, basically, I heard what you were saying, and you know what? I don't agree with you, man. Because you know what? If I'm trying to cross the street here, and you see we got these big mama trucks coming here, and you know what? If I don't look out for myself, no one's going to look out for me. Like, those guys aren't going to stop, man. It's like in driver training. They tell you, make sure you drive defensively because a defensive driver looks out for himself. Because you got to look out for yourself, man. So I don't know what you're trying to say here to the fine audience.
You see, it's going to get you, Dwayne. First of all, let's take a look at the voice of reason, which is this. The power of being right is that you rise above your circumstances instead of trying to control them. You see, when you're looking out for number one, Dwayne, you're trying to control your circumstances. And I know it looks like you can control your circumstances, but maybe you can't. What if one of those trucks accidentally veers off? You see, the power of being right is knowing where the danger is and knowing where the danger isn't, and staying away from the danger, far away from the danger. Think it over. Odie!
Hey, Rod. Next we got instant power.
Roll tape.
Hey, a lot of people say only the strong win. You need power if you're going to make it. Just a minute on that. Here we go. Strong, or do you feel weak? Do you feel like everybody's taking a shot at you? Well, just a minute, bring on in the data, Ryan. Let me show you something. This is really cool. Check it out. Ryan has it for us. God gives power to the weak and strength to the tired. That's from Isaiah 40, chapter 40, verse 29. Check it out. If you need strength from all the things that life throws at you, then why not get into the Data Master? Because Isaiah says that you can reach your Creator. You're only going to do it through this book called the Data Master, which is a fancy name for the Bible, but you got to get in it if you're going to get the protection. Look at that. I can't take him out. You know why? Because he's got protection. Show him the protection. Come on out, John. He's got a piece of glass. That's what I call protection. The Data Master can do it for you. Right, John?
Right on.
All right. Challenge, if there is a right and wrong, how come laws change? Shot number one is because right and wrong changes. Shot number two was because the laws are above right and wrong. Shot number three was I say we trash all the laws. I don't think so. What do you guys think? Well, you know what? We're talking about some really interesting stuff here. It's true. In fact, we're talking about instant power. Instant power. And we got a real weird, strange landing thing coming up. What do you think about that, Judd? This is Judd. Instant power.
The following is something to think about from Strange Landings TV. Some say our only hope for the future is to forget the past. But what would our future look like if we built it on our feelings of today?
Welcome to the Time Travel Channel. Now transferring to the future. Based on our current feelings and trends, the year 2020 will be accessed.
This is FutureNet, a division of FiberSlice with Bioport Jet Slicer, worldwide leader who gained all of his power via mass media. And now from his media lab in the basement, Jet Slicer has created the most powerful instant media ever. Slice of life technology has engaged the world. And now everyone on FiberNet, welcome Jet Slicer.
Through the downloading of paid volunteers, situations, thoughts, and experiences, I've created the world's first and largest database of acquired human knowledge.
That's amazing!
Come here, friend. From this large digital reservoir, I have figured out how to provide you with the slice of life experience. Woo! Yeah! All right!
Wow!
Remember, friend, it's all about your experience. Instant laughing. All right. Crying. Anger. Fear. Excitement.
Check, 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 check. Check.
It can all be yours just by using your Spend It card 2000. And your cost is only $9,876.
How does that sound?
Friend, the safest way to live your life is to escape reality.
Check, check. He's our man. He can do it. Nobody can.
So order your slice of life experience today. I'll be waiting for you.
Now returning to a safer time and a safer place.
Wait, before you go, if you want your future to be like this, then make your decisions on what you feel, not what you know. Woo! All right, yeah, look at that, baby, yeah. Yeah, on what you feel. Who cares what you know? Make your decisions on what you feel.
What do you think, guys? I don't think that's the way. No, you don't base right and wrong on how you feel. In fact, the voice of reason says this. Instant power comes from knowing the truth about right and wrong, not feeling right and wrong. Don't you think so, Judd? I think so. Judd's kind of into this. Well, it's true. Now listen, next time you think you feel right or wrong, remember, bank on what you know. What you know comes from the Data Master. Happens to be a fancy name for the Bible. Stay there. We will continue. People say there's no safe place on planet Earth. Everybody's going to take you out. Just a minute on that.
Here we go.
Hey, check it out. Rod Hembree here talking to you about safety. There is one place that's very, very safe, and you can find it right here on planet. Don't you say, Rod, where's that? Bring it on in, right, and check out the data. It's this, and here's what it says. Check it out. Whoever listens to God will live in safety and peace without fear. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. Thanks, Ryan. He's safe because he knows self-defense. Are you safe? Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33 says you can be if you get in contact with the one true God happens to be your creator. You say, where is he? Why don't you check out the Data Master? It's a fancy name for the Bible. That way no one, no matter how good they are with the sword or how good they are with this, whoever knows, they can't touch it because they can't do anything to your soul. It's true, right, Dwayne? Yeah, even Dwayne says it. Think about it. Rod Hembree here talking to you about safety.
Let's hear more from the Star Effect.
check it out. As promised, we're back with the Facts and Faith Challenge. And remember, the Facts and Faith Challenge was a question and it said this: if there is right and wrong, then how come the laws change? Everybody asked that question, don't they? And we said, well, maybe it's because right and wrong changes. No, you see, that's not the case either. And then we said number 2, well, maybe it's because the law is above right and wrong. No, wait a minute. Who's above right and wrong these days? And then we said, I say trash the laws, let's just do whatever. No, that's not the answer. The real deal happens to be down on this side, and check it out. The real deal says this. This is very important. Now, check this out. Man-made laws change like man changes. But there is a higher law. You say, a higher law? What is the higher law? Well, the higher law actually comes from the Data Master. You see, the Data Master has been around a lot longer than any laws have been around, that's for sure. In fact, the Data Master is considered to be the law of God. That's right, there is a God, there is a creator, it's true. In fact, we've been talking about that this whole show. Let's review the topics, and the topics are this. Check it out. We said, I want control. Everybody's trying to get control, and they're willing to do just about anything to do it. Control is not the issue here. What you should strive for is to be right, which brings us to the next topic that we talked about, and that was this: the power of being right. What is the power of being right? That you have control over everything? No, the power of being right is knowing who is the ultimate truth, because then when you can do that, it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, you don't have to control them. Then, number 3, we talked about instant power. Everybody's looking for instant power. Pop it in the microwave, just like popcorn, and you got instant power. That's not going to work. You know what? Power comes from being right and having convictions. I often say to people, you know, if you want to get ahead in this generation, it's real easy. Have convictions, and then stick to them. It's true. In fact, that's one thing you got to remember. How do you have convictions? You read the Data Master. Okay, so remember this. We've been talking about right and wrong. There is a right and wrong. So, on behalf of all of us here, Dwayne, Chris, Captain DJ, Darren Callback, and everybody, remember, God's trying to talk to you, and it's in the Data Master. You ready, Hope?
Yeah.
Where the clothes? It's Mr. Planet of the Apes himself.
Dr. Zaius. Should I say that?
Whatever you want.
Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius.
And 3, 2.